Is here, and we know there are plenty of things to do around the metro.
One of the most popular destinations is Forest Park, which now has a new attraction. Today, the city of St. Louis officially cut the ribbon on Forest Park's new basketball courts. The site includes 2 full courts, you got 2 half courts, lighting, a pavilion, 35 new trees, player benches, and many other amenities. Forest Park is one of the largest urban parks in the country, and in its 148 years of existence, has never had basketball courts.
And these courts have a pretty special purpose. They're named after 18-year-old Nicholas Booker, who collapsed from an asthma attack. He died in 2018. His parents say Nick loved basketball, and the hope is that the new courts will spread his love of the game to another kid.
Nick loved basketball, and he also enjoyed the time he spent working in Forest Park. It was then that he developed an admiration for the park and for all of the wonderful people who make this a great place to be. He also loved bringing people together.
So if you want to hoop, this Saturday, the courts officially open starting at 10 a.m. There's going to be high school games, wheelchair games, and a local celebrity game. There will also be food, music, and other games for people of all ages.